Today's video is all about how to wash your car, how to properly wash your Tesla, what to do, what not to do. Here with me is Gabe Fletcher from Ceramic Pro Pottstown, and he's gonna give us all the tips on what to do while washing the car, what to look out for, what to avoid, and some of the products that he would recommend. With that, Gabe, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. My name's Gabe Fletcher. I am the owner-operator and master tech here at Ceramic Pro Pottstown. We specialize in installing Ceramic Pro ceramic coatings, paint protection film, and window tint. We're an elite dealer, so we're considered among the nation's top protective shops. We take care of our clients in no way than any other shop can come close to. So Shiva here has had a chance to have us install full body paint protection film and ceramic coating on his Model Y. Today we're gonna go through and give it its first maintenance wash. We're gonna show you how to wash it and why we wash it that way, so that way you have a better explanation and understanding of why we're doing things a certain way. And truthfully, a lot of people are scared of washing their car after they've had these things done. And once you understand the basics of why we do things a certain way, it makes way more sense, and then you shouldn't be scared of it anymore.
No, that sounds great. Thank you, Gabe. So if the folks have not done a PPF, do your washing method still work?
Absolutely. The way we handle cars is we use the traditional 2-bucket method. It can be applied for a vehicle that has PPF, it has ceramic coating, or if it doesn't have either.
Okay.
You can use it. Ultimately, this is the safest way to wash your vehicle if you have the time.
Okay.
There are other ways, which will be linked down in the description.
Okay.
We'll show you how to do a rinseless wash and low temperature outdoor wash as well, so that way you'll be able to take care of the car all year round.
Okay, but this is the preferred method of...
This is the preferred method if you live in a state that supports this kind of outdoor washing.
Okay.
And you know, when you're in an area that has that kind of weather.
Awesome. So Gabe, when you look at a car like this, lots of bugs splatter here. I haven't washed it in the last 2 weeks after we got the PPF. So where do you start with this situation where there's a lot of dirt, and as you can see, it's a dirty car, right?
First things first is we want to make sure that we're not washing in direct sunlight.
Okay.
Right? We want to wash in the shade, out of direct sunlight.
Okay.
Never ever when the car is hot.
Okay.
Because that's the #1 way that you end up with water spots.
Okay.
So when I see big heavy bugs like this, typically what I do is I'm going to do 2 things.
Okay.
I'm either going to reach for a detail spray to re-moisturize the dried on bugs, or I'm going to reach for a bug remover. Either one is okay. If it's a concentrated bug remover, you want to make sure that you properly dilute it.
Okay.
Now we're just going to grab some standard all-purpose cleaner. This one's from Americana Global. This is the brand that Ceramic Pro recommends to handle any care after your vehicle's been coated or PPF'd, right? So we're just going to kind of spray, try and rehydrate some of these.
So you're doing that to loosen the,
right,
I guess, the stickiness, right?
So the reason we want to spray this now, one is it's a cleaner.
Right.
So it's going to attack any dirt that's on the surface.
Okay.
2 is bugs are very dry.
Right.
They're very, very dry.
Okay.
And if you were to take your hand and put it on the bugs and rub it around, you're just going to scratch.
Okay.
So the first step in this is to rehydrate the bugs. Because if you try and wipe them off dry without any lubrication, you're going to be real upset with what your car looks like after you're done.
Right. So if somebody doesn't have that, can they use just water to moisturize or foam soap?
So you could use just a regular detail spray if you need to. The goal is not necessarily to dissolve the bugs as much as it is to loosen and hydrate them. That's the biggest thing and the biggest goal, right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our pressure washer. This is an electric 1700 PSI pressure washer. Always electric, never gas. Gas is way too powerful. It'll split the PPF, and you're going to be really upset when you have to pay to have that redone because you got too close with it. Right? So this is just an electric pressure washer with a 40-degree safety tip.
40 degrees,
Right?
So 40 degrees like the...
40 degrees is the width of the actual spray. Because the smaller the width and more concentrated, the more power that it has, right? So we're going to use a 40% tip to rinse this off. You can see here, you can already see
Yeah.
that the hood is super hydrophobic. The bumper isn't right now because it's covered in all-purpose cleaner.
Yeah.
We want to, so with electric, you can get close to PPF.
Okay.
You know, I'm still about 12 inches.
Okay.
I don't want to get closer than that
Okay.
because then I run the issue of sending water underneath an edge or piercing the film,
Okay.
right? So you see majority of the bugs are loosened up.
Yeah.
So truthfully now what I would do is I would just go around and rinse the car.
Okay.
Just a really heavy rinse. And we're going to work our way around now and just kind of, we want to make sure that we rinse off any standing dirt and get things lubricated.
So with the dirt, would you still rinse it? Aren't they the same thing as the bugs? Don't you have to lubricate it first?
No.
No? Okay.
But you still don't want to dry wipe the car.
Okay. So you want to rinse, give it a first rinse of.
Correct. So this is just to make sure that you're not dragging sand around, right? So to knock off any standing dirt and dust.
Okay.
And any, you know, bird droppings or grime.
Okay.
The typical wash process is rinse,
Okay.
wash, rinse.
Rinse, wash, rinse.
Right.
And you probably have to be a little bit further away from the car when there's dirt so that you're not, again,
So-
sending the dirt there, right? The grit.
So it's not necessarily the distance from the car that's a worry because of the dirt. It's
Okay.
the distance from the car is always related to hurting the film,
Okay.
right? So right now, I'm gonna just kind of buzz around the car and get it wet, rinse it.
Okay.
You don't need to spend all day and you don't need to use 500 gallons of water to
Okay.
rinse it. The goal is just to get it wet.
Okay. Awesome.
This is that Ceramic Pro Ion coating. Look at how hydrophobic this
Hydrophobic,
is.
yeah, it just slides off.
So you see I work side to side in this sweeping pattern so that way I can keep track of where I've been.
Okay.
And I know that I'm gonna get down to the panel, the bottom of the door, and then I'm gonna move on to the next,
Okay.
right? So the easier and more systematized that you can make this for yourself,
Yeah.
the faster it's gonna be.
Okay.
So the next move is we're gonna take a super lubricated and concentrated soap.
Okay.
And we're gonna put that in a foam cannon,
Okay.
which is this right here.
Okay.
This is our foam cannon.
Okay.
This is gonna spray super lubricated foam all over the car.
Okay.
And this is gonna help prevent damage, right? So more lubrication
Okay.
equals safer,
Safer. Okay.
right? So the more soap and suds that you can introduce, the safer your wash is gonna be.
Okay.
And the less damage you do.
Okay. Awesome.
So this is just a super lubricated, concentrated soap. One that's easy to get for everybody is McGuire's Hyper Wash.
Wires. Okay.
You can get that at Harbor Freight or you can get it on Amazon.
Okay.
It's cheap. 2 ounces in a foam cannon.
Okay.
Water first, then soap. And then we have our rinse and wash bucket.
Okay.
And you do like 2 ounces in the wash bucket. You foam it up with the pressure washer gun so it's nice and foamy. Easy peasy.
And then you could. Okay.
So let's talk about the 2-bucket method,
Okay.
right? So we have a wash bucket
Okay.
and a rinse bucket.
Bucket. Okay.
Both of them have grit guards
guards.
in the bottom. What this does is help to separate dirt and grime and keep it at the bottom of the
Everything
bucket.
goes good,
And it gives us a surface to take our microfiber wash mitts and agitate against. So when we plunge it into the wash bucket, we scrub it,
Okay.
and then we pick up more foam, right? So this is the process typically.
And people can do this at home without even a pressure washer.
Correct. You could do it with just a regular hose if you wanted
yeah.
to. So we want to use really nice microfiber wash mitts.
Okay.
You can use the ones that look like octopus tentacles as well. You get those everywhere, the microfiber chalene ones.
Okay.
These are 70-30 microfiber mitts.
Okay.
These are very, if you feel these are super soft.
Oh yeah.
Very, very soft.
Yep.
So what we do is we're going to foam the car
Okay.
with our foam cannon.
Okay.
Then we're going to take our one of our wash mitts.
Okay.
We're going to pick up some suds. We're gonna wash the car left to right, top to bottom.
Okay.
Never from bottom to top.
Never from bottom. Okay.
Right? And then let's say that we've washed a panel, now we're ready to come back, right? So when I've gotten to the bottom of a panel, you can do two things. You can flip the mitt over
Okay.
and
So
do the
like
next
clean
panel,
it.
top to bottom.
Okay.
Or the traditional method is you bring it into the rinse bucket,
Okay.
all the way to the bottom, you scrub it, bring it out, come into the wash bucket,
And then
pick up more suds.
Okay.
And then you go back and you keep working on the car.
Okay.
And we use 2 wash mitts
Okay.
for a specific reason. So what we like to do is we'll like to wash the top 2/3 of the car, top to bottom.
Okay.
Then we'll stop for the bottom third and use a separate wash mitt for that.
Because that's
Because
gonna be more
where's all the
dirty,
dirt live? The
Yeah.
dirt lives on the bottom of the car.
The car. Yep.
The goal is not to take that dirt and grime from the bottom and bring it back up to the top.
What about
That
the glass?
is, and that's not something you need to do.
Okay.
That's just a nice thing
Rule of
to
thumb.
do.
Yeah. Okay. What about the glass and the panel? Like, is there a differentiation?
Nope,
in
you
those?
just treat the same vertical space
Okay.
as one panel.
Okay. Awesome.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around the car with our foam cannon.
Okay.
This connects onto the end of our pressure washer gun. You can get one that you can use with a hose.
Okay.
It's called a foam gun.
Foam gun, right?
Foam cannon, foam gun.
And is there any specification on that, or do you have a preference?
Any of these on Amazon.
Okay.
Amazon affiliate links down below. You'll be
Okay.
able to grab one.
Awesome.
They're all very, very similar.
So all the products that we talk about here, we'll put it in the link down below, so it'll
Yep.
be easy for you all to go and check it out.
Correct. So, here we go.
So satisfying.
Yes. There's no such thing as too much soap.
Okay, good to know.
So what I like to do is I like to go around the car, foam it once completely,
Okay.
and then I'll come back around and foam it a second time.
Okay.
When the second foaming starts, that's when we'll start the contact wash. So the goal is to let things drip,
Okay.
pull dirt off and grind, let it drip off the car.
Okay.
Then we'll re-soap it to give more lubrication.
Is there a concentration thing that you would be worried about with the soap?
Just make sure that you're using a soap that's only
Okay.
a soap. Nothing with a wax, nothing with a polymer,
Okay.
soap only.
Soap only. Okay.
2 ounces in the foam cannon, 2 ounces in the bucket. That's it.
Okay.
Now, this is where you get to join in.
Okay.
So, go ahead and take one of these mitts. So, go ahead and plunge that in there, get it nice and soapy. Nope, just carry it, just
Oh,
like this.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so you start at the center on your side at the top of the hood, right?
Here?
And then you just do like so. Just let it glide up and down, back and forth. You can do up into the top of the fender.
But nothing in the bottom.
Right,
Okay. This slides so well.
yes. Right, so now we've got our separate wash mitt,
Okay.
right? And now we're gonna do
The
the
bottom.
front. I could flip it over if I felt that I picked up too much dirt.
And you only do the bottom with that one, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So now, I'm gonna set this aside. Come back in, scrub it against the bottom. And we come into the wash bucket, we pick up more. All right, so now we can do the glass. And we'll do panel to panel next to one another.
Okay.
Right? So we start from the top. So we go up here, work towards ourselves, staying left to right, come down, along the window, left to right. I'm gonna get the mirror up here. So now we're gonna come down. We're gonna work our way down the car. We stay left to right, straight lines. Now, this is where I stop, right here.
Oh, okay.
Right along this body line here. Because this is where all the nastiness lives.
Okay.
If I run my hand across it, I can feel it.
Feel it, yep.
So you've done that, good, right? So now you're on to the next panel.
Yep.
You go to the bottom, you come back, you flip it over, and then you can do the next one,
I see.
right? This doesn't need to be a rush. This is meant to be enjoyable,
Yeah.
right? That's the whole point.
Yep.
So now we're gonna again rinse,
Okay.
and then we're gonna grab more soap. And you're gonna get wet.
That's fine.
All right, so you start here,
Okay.
I'll start over here.
Left to right,
Top to bottom.
top to bottom.
Now what's the first thing that you noticed about this whole process?
It was super easy to wash. That was the first thing. This is not as easy with my Model 3. It doesn't slide like that.
Yep.
And then the water kind of stays there. So loving the PPF for that.
Yes, it makes it super easy to wash. It'll take less than half the time to wash.
Yep. And I'm not as scared, right? Like for fine grits.
The goal for this is make this easy,
Yep.
not to get every single crack and crevice every time.
No.
So, we've washed the car now. Now we're just gonna bring them into the rinse bucket and leave them there.
Okay.
Now we can rinse the car off
Okay.
and we'll see what it looks like.
Awesome. Oh yeah.
So now look at how aggressive this beading is. Because we've got it clean,
Yeah. It's just gliding up.
and we're gonna try and chase all the soap in one direction.
Yeah, I can really see it. The beads are just falling out of the car with the PPF here.
It makes it super easy.
Yeah.
We just keep rinsing. Right, and you don't need to chase every single drop of soap.
Right. You can also wipe it afterwards, right?
We're gonna wipe it all up anyway. So we come on around. Easy, right?
Easy.
So, this is the part that gets everybody confused.
Yes. The drying.
Correct. So the drying process works like this.
Okay.
Most swirls and scratches come from incorrect drying. People like to use a chamois. They use a bath towel. They're using, something dirty and grimy, right? So we want to lubricate the drying process.
Okay.
A lot of people will reach for the air cannon to dry it off that way,
right.
which is fine.
Okay.
But if it's hot out, you're going to have water dry on the car before you get all the way around.
Because of all the sun and everything.
Because of all the sun and how hot it gets.
Yeah.
So this is our specific detail spray.
Oh, okay.
You can get this on autosurfaceprotection.com. This is our Kinetic.
Okay.
It's just a polymer detail spray,
Okay.
super glossy, super lubricated. So what we do is we mist the car with the detail spray.
Okay.
This is all we need.
Oh.
This is it. Now you'll see, it's already starting to break water.
Yep.
So we just kind of go around and
You spray all over it.
yep.
And you say we can get that from.
You can get it from autosurfaceprotection.com.
Okay. We'll put a link down below for that.
Honestly, you can use a lot of just standard detailers.
Okay.
Nothing Carnauba based,
Okay.
polymer only. You don't
Polymer
want
only.
anything that's a spray wax. This is just a standard microfiber drying
Microfiber
towel.
towel, yeah,
So this is the one from Ceramic Pro.
Okay.
You can also purchase these on autosurfaceprotection.com.
Okay.
This has a twist loop
Okay.
side, and it has a plush side.
Okay.
And depending upon the climate and if your vehicle's coated or not, you should be able to tell immediately when you're drying the car which one feels better than the other.
Okay.
It should glide very easily. If it feels scratchy or sticky, flip it over.
Okay. And they also have, when I was looking at it in Amazon, they had like different, I don't know if it's thickness or the absorbent.
They have ones that are waffle.
Okay.
They have a different GSM rating.
Yeah, GSM rating. What does
right?
that mean?
So the higher the GSM,
Okay.
the more liquid that this is supposed to hold.
Oh, okay.
And that may be a good or a bad thing, depending on what it is that you want to do.
Okay.
Right? So I'm laying it here.
Okay.
The goal here is we just pull it off the car. Easy
Whoa.
peasy.
Oh, nice.
Right? And it's okay if it looks a little streaky. That'll get better.
Okay.
So the detail spray we added does two things.
Okay.
One, it lubricates. And two, it adds some additional shine. You'll see how this is super shiny now.
Yeah.
So we just keep working our way around. I'm going to let you.
Okay.
Now
So
you want to start from the top.
Same thing. Kind of glide this, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's good. And that's like the ginger perfect way to do things.
Okay.
Sometimes it's going to be too hot to do that, and you got to
Yeah.
hurry up.
Yeah, because it'll dry up.
Correct.
So same thing side to side.
It doesn't have to be, although that's the best thing to do.
And then the bottom, do we leave it out as well for another towel?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Because
the,
we
the
cleaned it
goal
up.
here is you want to make sure that you hold one side of the towel,
Okay.
right? So that way you're not dragging the towel all
Right.
across the floor. And the more you do this, the faster you get at it.
Yeah. You know, the best thing is when I'm looking at it in the light reflection, I don't see any swirl marks.
So this is the Ego 765 CFM
Okay.
electric leaf blower.
Okay.
It's got a 5 amp hour battery.
Okay.
It is hugely powerful.
Oh, yeah.
You can get these on Amazon.
Okay.
This is for chasing water out of the cracks.
Okay.
So that way you don't end up with drips.
Oh, nice.
I warn you, this is very loud.
Okay.
And as it blows through the cracks and crevices in the car, it can hurt your ears.
Okay.
So if you've got sensitive hearing, you should put earmuffs on. This is extremely loud.
Okay.
So this has the stubby nozzle on it. This is sold as a kit from a few detail supply shops.
Okay.
It comes with the short nozzle and the rubber tip.
Okay.
So in case I decide to bump
do
up
that,
against the car,
It
not a
doesn't
huge
hurt.
deal.
Okay.
Right?
And do I have to be worried about the film with the
No.
blower? No. Okay.
I mean, that's not licensed for you to just stick it on an edge
yeah.
and just blow all day, right? So you want to just common sense.
Okay.
Keep recording. Look at all this. Now we can clean up any drips, anything like that with just some detail spray and a nice towel wipe down.
All right, so thank you, Gabe. That was very nice for you to show us how to do all of this. And for all the viewers over there trying to learn how to properly wash their Tesla, hopefully this gave you a little bit more confidence on what to do and what to avoid. So can we just do a quick recap of start to finish? So first of all, we looked at all the bugs, we looked at all the grit. We did a quick rinse of it. We put some spray, little bit to get that loose from the bug. We did a rinse, and then we let that rinse down. Then we went with Canon soap foam. Then we put that foam all over it, let the foam drip. Then we went with our mitts over here with the 2-bucket system, clean it up. Then we went with the pressure washer, clean everything with the microfiber towel, dried it. Then we went with the blower to take all the water out from the crevices and joints, and we saw a lot of that coming out, which is, honestly, I have never looked into that, is every time I wash it, I don't use the blow dryer, right? And then I lift the trunk, and all of a sudden there's drip going down.
Right.
Or my mirrors fold.
The mirrors will always be drippy.
Drippy,
always.
yeah. And that always bugs me because after washing the car, I'm like, where did that water come from? So I now know how to use a blower to clean up
The biggest thing to remember is that this is supposed to be fun.
Right.
It's supposed to be enjoyable. Take your time. You don't need to rush.
Okay.
You don't need to take on more than you can handle at one specific given time.
Okay.
Slow down and just enjoy the process. And even if it's frustrating at first, just remember that you can always go back and try again, right? So all the products that we're going to recommend you use will be down in the description, some Amazon links. There's will be links to autosurfaceprotection.com and some other supply houses that carry these products. So if you have any questions or you are unsure of how to wash your Tesla, please comment down below. Make sure you give a like on Shiva's video, subscribe to his channel. He supports the Tesla community in ways that a lot of other people don't. So
appreciate that, Gabe.
Yes, we appreciate you guys coming out and bringing us the car to let us work on it. We appreciate all of the viewers for taking a look at this video to learn. So with that said, you can find out more about our services at totaldetailingpa.com.
And all the link for his shop, the YouTube channel, some of the Google reviews, I'm going to leave all of that in the description below. Do follow them on Instagram. I think they also have a TikTok. Do you guys have a TikTok? Okay, so we're going to link all of that in the description below. If you are in the Pennsylvania area, especially in the Philly area, and you would like Gabe to go with you to do a delivery inspection so that you can get your PPF or whatever service you have, please reach out to Gabe and let him know that you're looking for that service, and he'll help you out. And as I said in the past, if you tell him that you found out about this shop through our link or through our videos, then he'll give you a discount. We'll hook you up and give you the best price possible. And as I said in the past, it's the best shop I could find in the area, and Gabe has been very communicative of everything and does an amazing job. I love how the car looks and going the extra mile. Thank you for talking to our viewers, helping them out. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. If you have any questions, please leave those in the comment section below. Any comments, any feedback. If you want us to do more videos like this with Gabe in the future, if you have any questions or any requests of what should we do next, please leave those in the comment section below as well. Give us a like, follow our channel, subscribe, share our videos, anything that you can do, especially for other Tesla owners and prospective Tesla owners who haven't picked up their car and would like to see the delivery inspection, the PPF versus vinyl demo, as well as how to wash their car when they first get the car, because that is very important, because once you have already done all the wash and you have a bunch of scratches, this process might not help you so much. So please share that video with all of them and come back again for another Tesla video. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right.
Thanks, Gabe.
I'm done.
Appreciate it, man.